Yeah, we're back. Snobby Picker, I just saw your message. Like I said, Ali Mac, I'm just doing videos and watching YouTube at the same time. Like I said, I had a lot of time on my hands. So you think they think it's fake? Even if what do you think, boss? Even if I snuck that little wire back there and then screwed it on like that and then hid the other one? I don't know, man. I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now that's 1 for and 1 for no. So we'll see how it goes, man. Hope all is well across the pond, y'all. Definitely. I'm going to set this guy aside. I'm going to get back to scrapping this microwave. Where'd my gloves go? Oh, man, I left them upstairs. Oh, no, I didn't. It's a nice day up in upstate New York. It's probably 50. But there's like an apocalypse going on, so we all kind of forget about that. I'm not really going to worry unless I see people running around biting necks and stuff. Then it's going to be time to bust out them big hammers. That's what's up. But anyway, let's get this magnetron out of here. This guy right here is the bad dude. In here, this little washer is brass. You can put that with your brass. But in here is a beryllium metal thingy, and then there's your 2 magnets. Use gloves when you take this, and you don't want to. If you're gonna mess with this thing, you don't really want to like scratch it or breathe it. So just kind of like, actually, be honest with you, I spray soapy water on it. I used to do asbestos abatement many years ago, and I don't know if it works or not, but it's like, it's kind of one of the things. You don't walk under a ladder, you don't cross a black cat unless you own one, but it's one of them things where you just want to be really careful. From what I hear. Then I'm going to take this out. Or, oops. No. Alright, now I'm going to take that out. And, whoops. There we go. So, again, not really messing with it. This comes off. This is tin. This will go in your tin bin. 1 magnet. They're really hard to get off sometimes. You got this guy. I got to take this dude. I think he's impeding my work. Again, like I said, these got a little bit of aluminum on the back. You can clip them off and throw them in your sheet aluminum. Them little guys. But at the end of this beryllium thingy is usually a big string of copper. These fins are aluminum, those come off. See? Just got to be careful with it. Not scratching it or nothing, it's just sitting in there. I'm going to mess with this when I can really get into it. Get those magnets off it. Excuse me. A couple more screws up in here. And this is going to just take some of the plastic off it and the connectors. All microwaves are different, but they're the same. If you break enough of them down, you'll know what I mean. One down there, and then this thing should just push right out if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes you get lucky and they got the turntable in there and you'll get another motor out of it. Then there's a fan motor in here too. So this thing just kind of pushes out. And snip, 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 snip. Then you got some switches here. You can get into them if you want to. I'm not going to. This wire right here will be your number 3 insulated, or junk wire is what they call it around my area, I guess, or around other people's areas too. They call it junk wire where VidVulture's from. I don't know if you guys watch his videos. He's one of the first videos I watched. Him and Fub. I don't even really know how I came across him. I just went down a YouTube rabbit hole one night and a bunch of these dumpster diving videos came in, and I've been scrapping since, actually April will be 2 years, and y'all have seen, this is what it's become. It's almost turned into a small business if you look at it that way, and kind of. Then this circuit board, it's got some ribbon tape, and I'm going to pop this transformer off of here. There's a little bit of copper in this dude right here. Find my darn pliers. Probably buried somewhere. What the heck? Oh, here they are. Actually, you know what? I might need my vice grips for this. Actually, where are my vice grips? Oh, there they are. Yeah, I'm going to need my vice grips to rip that off of there. Deal with them in a minute. This fan motor here is part of the fan. This comes off. This here, sometimes these are cast aluminum, but this looks like it's just straight tin. Then there's a little copper guy in there you can take out. Okay. Wow. Sometimes they're sneaky and they put little nuts on the back of them. So I'll take my little needle nose and I'll just kind of jiggle them loose a little bit. And that should bust them free with the screw on. Yep. Oh. Sometimes you got to hold on to them. That one came off. This one's being a little more difficult. This guy right here. Ooh. Well, that got warm. Whoops. Come on. There we are. Boom. And then that'll just come out. Sometimes these are pressed together and you can just kind of like bend them apart and bust that out. Or what I'll do is I'll take my grinder and I'll just zip through it and then it'll come off. And that way it's easier than trying to unravel it. It's a pain in the neck. That's how I do it. And I have trouble like KD scrap, and I notice when you're doing your wines, I keep this one, like you're cutting them a certain way, but how do you do that, dude? Holy crap, like, do you have a bigger snip? Because I broke my elbows. I don't have that squeeze power, maybe. But this actually, here's my bottle when I drink a beer in the shop. This here's my, it's my glass holder. Like if I have a beer, this dude's empty, but look at, that ain't gonna spill. Check it out. That's what's up. That's a Scrapper freaking coaster bottle holder. Cup holder. Pretty cool, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's put it up here like a little statue. There it is. See? That's what's up. Go back. But this micro is pretty much done. I mean, I got these wires I can take out, and I got the front part. Sometimes, you know, these guys here are brass. Oops. And this is the plug. Come on out of there, man. What a pain. Jeez. Then, this here I'll just clip. That'll go tin. They won't take that at the scrapyard. They'll ding you on the wire for something like that. That'll go into my tin. These dudes I'll clean up a little later. You clip them. Get the crap off them. This here is I don't think this is cast aluminum at all. No. So these are going to just go right in the tin. Normally, you know, you would take these out, pop them loose. I got a little punch. I'll pop them out. That's in the tin shredder. That stinks, man. These go in the tin. I don't get breakage for them. They'll go in the tin. I mean, electric motors are 12 cents a pound. But I just throw these in with the tin. I don't know. And then this, like I said, this guy here is aluminum. So I'll show you what I do. I'll take this part, just kind of break it. You don't really have to do this. I mean, this is kind of like micro strapping, but it's, you know, those add up. You know what I mean? And then this I'll just shoot in the tin. That's steel. Here's my brass. Remember, don't throw that out. That's your brass washer on your magnetron. These wires probably could go for number 2. I got some number 1 wire right here. And I think that's really going to do it. Actually, you know what? Oh, crap, man, there's glass in that one. Darn it. Oh, I do have a turntable in this. Cool. This is out of here. This is another motor. Not all about that. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, that really freaking bites, man. I hate busted glass all over the place, because then I got to be careful not to bring it upstairs, because the poor little dog, I don't want to get it in her paws. That's the last thing. I don't want to do that. So this I'm going to bust open. There's some nice copper in here. It's heavy. Copper here. And you got your wire. This is going to be junk wire. At the end, once everything's out of the microwave and it's all in one thing, then I'll snip these little dudes off. Even if it's number 1, they'll still ding you at my yard for stuff like that. I don't know why, but I mean, it's just extra crap, probably. I mean, maybe it adds extra weight. Maybe it screws with the impurity. I don't know. Or maybe they just want you to take them off. Could be a bunch of stuff. But as I was saying, my first video, if you go back into my history, or on my YouTube, on my uploads or whatever, or my uploaded videos, not my history, but my uploads, my first video I ever made was on my birthday, September 23rd. It's called Thanks for Watching My Video, and I'm in an orange sweatshirt. That's my first actual YouTube video I've ever put out. And I think I was scrapping a little bit before then. I can't really remember, but